I have a confession to make. I have been coming to Barcelona for many years now, but I had never yet been to the Hospital Sant Pau, and it is amazing. It's an enormous modernismo complex in the middle of the city, built as a hospital, and that's one of the things I find really impressive about it. It was built as a hospital by the city, by the university, and by the hospital, but also with important contributions from private citizens. One rich person, for example, donated an entire pavilion for poor male patients. Another rich person in Barcelona donated a pavilion specially for the trauma patients. This complex consists of 28 buildings, and actually there were supposed to be more than 40. Only 28 got built. The architect sadly died while the work was in progress, but his son finished it. It was built between 1902 and 1930. It's in the style of the modernismo, the Catalan name for their Art Nouveau style. And what I find really heartening about this example is that it was built with a tremendous contribution from philanthropy, but also because it expresses the sentiment that a major public facility like this hospital should be something not just functional and not as cheap as possible, but something that should be beautiful and uplifting, and that beauty would help people in their process of healing. And especially looking at the discussion in the US today about Medicaid, Medicare, about repealing Obamacare, I think that if Americans could just see what private initiative could bring to healthcare in the form of this beautiful and inspiring complex, which is now UNESCO World Heritage Site, then perhaps the discussion about healthcare would be an entirely different one. Having seen these 6 spires from the street all this time, I had never stopped to think that it would be possible to come up to the roof of this building and actually go inside all 6. After the renovation, they've opened up the roof for jazz concerts on Friday evening, I'm sure to the joy of the neighbors, who all live actually quite close by. If I turn around here, you can see that the neighbors are indeed literally just across the street. But I think it's a great way of opening up this building to visitors and also to get people thinking about what life was like for a wealthy, important family in Catalonia at the beginning of the 19th century, who made their money in textiles, who were very conservative on the one hand, but who also wanted to make sure that everybody could see how wealthy they were. The fortune of the family went to the brother, and the 3 sisters were given a small part of the fortune to build this, no doubt, quite expensive and luxurious house, where the 3 of them lived together with their mother, ultimately. Only one of them, Josephine, got married, and so in the end it was Angela and Rosa, living here with their mother. And walking around on the roof now, it makes you think what life was like for these wealthy but probably rather lonely women of the Catalan alta burguesia, sitting here up on the roof on a sultry evening, doing needlework or having civilized conversations with their friends. I don't know what life was like, but that's sort of what I imagine. And I hope to come back soon and see the jazz concert on Friday night.
Hello.
Do you speak English? A little bit?
Poco.
Is this about Catalan independence?
Yeah, this is a Catalan independent.
I like your tile here that says be calm and speak Catalan.
Speak catalán.
So don't speak Spanish.
Sí, mantén la calma y habla catalán.
Keep calm and speak Catalan. When I saw that little tile today in the town of Alella during their grape harvesting festival, it reminded me that on Monday there's going to be a huge demonstration here on the Paseo de Gracia in Barcelona behind me about Catalonian independence. That's the big theme of these times. And on October 1st, it was just announced yesterday, Catalonia wants to hold a referendum about independence. Madrid, of course, is not having any of it, and there's a huge political conflict about whether Catalonia can even hold its referendum to talk about independence. Big issue here.
Estrany això, no? Ja fa 5 anys que passa i, per tant, la gent, el poble, ciutadans i ciutadanes tenen ganes de decidir el seu futur.
A més, amb bon ambient, la gent de festa, famílies senceres, amb els nens.
Com sempre, no res nou, no? Sempre hem demostrat que som un poble democràtic, pacífic i que em porten les coses amb un somriure que com cal de fer. Per tant, un any més demostrem com som.
Últimament hi ha hagut crítiques que